Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. Welcome to what I am calling a half-term reset video. So on this particular day in the middle of half-term, I had grand plans. I had all these things that I wanted to get done, and I woke up and I was really unwell. I've mentioned before on my channel I suffer from an autoimmune disease called ulcerative colitis, and on this particular day my stomach was really bad and I felt rubbish, and I suffer really badly with fatigue as a result, and some days can barely get off the sofa. So I knew there was loads that needed to be done around the house, but I just didn't have the sort of oomph to do it. And in the end, this was the afternoon, I'd had a bath, got dressed, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to put a wash on, grabbed some washing up from upstairs. I'm going to put a wash on and clean as much as I can in the house in the time that this washing takes to do. So I've grabbed a dark wash, and here I am just shoving it in the machine. And the dark wash on our machine takes an hour and 25 minutes. So my plan was to speed clean as much as possible in that hour and 25 minutes. The only problem was I was really uncomfortable, so I couldn't actually go very fast. So it was more of a slow speed clean, but a clean nonetheless. So I set how I wanted the machine. I always turn the temperature down. I'm always paranoid about shrinking my clothes and gave it a start. So I started off in the front room on this particular day because I'd filmed some videos. I'd filmed some haul videos and they were still out on the table. And I grabbed a shopping bag, and anything that needed to go upstairs I started putting in there. And then remembered I'd bought all of these first aid supplies. So I grabbed the first aid box from the kitchen and just started popping them all in there. The only thing I don't keep in this first aid box are my medication, because I wouldn't want that to get mixed up with sort of first aid supplies. But I just wanted somewhere where anything medical could kind of live together, because I found that they were all over the house. So this is a great purchase. I picked this up on Amazon and it lives on top of our fridge out of the way. So yeah, really happy with that. Popped all the first aid supplies away, popped that away, and then just carried on sorting out the stuff on the table. I did have quite a lot of tags and boxes and things, so I took all the rubbish off before anything went upstairs, so I didn't have to bring rubbish back down again. So I just grabbed the living room bin to do that, and then took anything that needed to go in the kitchen away. And then I had a load of clothing that I'd bought in Poundland that I hadn't tried on yet, so I put that in a separate bag because at some point I'm going to need to try it all on. And then I polished the table, moved it out the way. Those things you just saw me put on the table are things that need to go down into the shed. So I've just put them on the table for now because this was a day that it kept raining on and off. And then where I've been doing some decorating, I'd got rid of some of the decorative pieces, and I decided to pop a candle back on the table. So I trimmed that with my little wick trimmers. And that's a B&M candle. I think I picked that up like 4 years ago. I had this box of stuff from upstairs that needed to be sorted, but most of it just went in the kitchen, disinfected it, and then I decided to use that box for all of these things. These are from those 2 drawers that you can see I've started painting white, and they were all just shoved on there for now, but it looked really messy, so I decided to just put it all in a box and put it on the table for now. And when I finished painting, because they still need a final coat, when I finish painting them and finish painting the unit, then they can all go back away. And that's why you can see there's a big box of decorating supplies down there, because we are, as you can see, painting the wall blue. And we are painting all of our furniture from grey to white. So there will be videos on that coming up, where I sort of share that a bit better. And then sort of hunted through my cupboard, faffed around. I cut so much footage here. I chose this Yankee candle, this dark orchid one. I've had this a really long time. I bought this in an outlet in York. And then I was trying to find, I haven't really got any decorative pieces to go on this tray. So I faffed with loads of different candles, and then in the end used the lid of the Yankee candle. I was going to use a votive, tried some candle hand holders and nothing, and then I found these citronella maxi tea lights, and I decided to use that because we get so many bugs in our house when the doors are open and they just never leave, and we always find dead flies all over the floor, which is what you can see currently on the left of the screen, me sweeping up all the dead bugs. It's disgusting, but I think it's just because it gets really hot in here, and with the glass roof and the glass doors they get attracted into our home. So I just picked up some of the dog's bits, gave this area of the room a little sweep and a hoover, and then I moved on to the front room. Now this bookcase needs a proper dust, but I didn't do that on this day because it will be painted white, so all of this stuff will need to come off soon. so it can be painted. And this is the dust sheet that I use when I'm painting, so I just folded it up and put it on the table. Oh, and then I needed to move Chester's lead, and I was trying to be really quiet and really slow, but nope, he spotted me. So here I am trying to sneak it. Nope, he spotted, and he thought he was going for a W-A-O-K. I can't say the word because he's currently sitting next to me trying to get a fuss. Speaking of the dog, I'm going to talk about him while I clear up the front room. He's had to have all of his fur shaved off. He was getting really matted, and they refused to try and get them out. And they said, oh no, we'll have to just cut him really, really short. And I'm so sad. Look at him. He looks like a completely different dog. He looks like an absolute poodle now rather than a Pomapoo. So I can't wait for it to grow a little bit. But yeah, here he is, my little shadow. Wherever I am, he is. He had weed all over this footstool. We've cleaned it now, so I just put a bit of disinfectant on it, and now I can put all of our blankets away because they've been just kind of milling about on the back of the couch for a while now. Folded all of those away, just neatened up the sofa and that a bit. As I say, this was not a deep clean. At some point I'll give the sofa a hoover and plump up the cushions, but I was not doing that on this day. Just gave the little units a polish. I didn't polish anywhere else, only the front room, and it was because I didn't polish this on my last clean with me, which actually was only a week or so before, just over a week before this video. So I did decide to polish the front room. He turned the TV on, so I thought, well, why not? Let's have some music. So I put on a little bit of Asking Alexandria, because I'm a bit of a rock chick, if you don't know. And then just gave the rug and the front room a bit of a hoover. As I was doing that, though, oh, why have I slowed this down? Oh, I don't know why I slowed this down. The battery of the hoover ran out. I must have clipped the footage and forgot to speed it back up. So I needed to go and get another battery for the hoover. And while I was doing this, I accidentally stood on his food and spilt it everywhere. So just what you need to see in my face. I was so miserable doing this clean with me because I just didn't feel well, but I just knew I'd feel better knowing that the house was nice and clean. So yeah, that's why I look really, really grumpy throughout this video. I pretty much was, to be honest. So I picked up all of his food, come back with a little wipe, and then gives me a little fist bump to get some more. I felt bad because I'd tipped all his all over the floor, so I got him some fresh food. I wanted to put my slipper on, and when I stood on my right leg, oh, here's me just emptying some, what are they called? Wax melts. When I stood on one leg to put my slipper on, I pulled my leg again, so that's still definitely not healed. So I sat down for a second. Then I went and chose some wax melts. So Matt bought me these ones from Amazon. These are not sponsored at all. I just wanted to share them with you. He bought these on Amazon, and they were all sort of perfume scents like Alien, Lady Million, Gucci Rush, loads of different ones. I hadn't used these red ones. I burnt these while I did this video, and I'm not as keen on these as the other scents in this box, but I definitely like the wax melts in this box. They're really, really lovely. Because he can't go out. He keeps shaking. But Chester, I'm not taking you out in that. Hello, beautiful British weather. Nice to see you again. You have to go later. Sorry, dude. Sorry. I have to go later, okay? Look at you and your terrible haircut. Oh, it makes me so sad. You're handsome now. You're so handsome. So I just paused while Amy of the video told you how sad her dog was. Her dog is also sad in this part of the video because he's sitting on me and he wants to play, but I'm voicing this. So, and then, yeah, just my little wax melt burner things. So this little cute one I bought from the British Wildlife Centre when we went on my birthday, and I just think this is adorable. So I've been using the wax melts more than the candles at the moment, which doesn't really help seeing as I have, you know, like an entire shop's worth of candles in this house. But there you go. This is really hard to do when you're not looking. So I kept missing the wicks of the tea lights. So I lit those two, and there's a third burner, which is this one here on the radiator cover in the hallway. It was a really dark, gloomy day this day, so I had to keep turning all the lights on, but I just dusted everything in the hallway. This I do every week, because if somebody does come round, it's always the first room that they walk into. We had this massive thing of loo roll, so I just filled up the 2 toilets upstairs and downstairs, and then put those away, gave the hallway the loo, a quick hoover, and then I went into the kitchen. So we had a load of washing up, bits to put away, recycling to go out, just random bits and pieces from the dinner the night before needed to be put away from the draining board. And then that was the poor dog getting under my feet. I tripped over and stood on him. So then he's like, I want a cuddle, mummy, I'm sad. So I pick him up and give him a little cuddle. He's an absolute baby. He loves to be picked up. My fault. I kept doing it when he was a puppy and now he loves it. So everywhere I go, he just stands up my leg like, come on then, pick me up. If he gets frightened on a walk, he does the same thing. He just stands up me and waits for me to pick him up. But I won't when I'm out. I'm like, no, come on, you're a big boy. But when we're at home, I'll obviously give my little baby a cuddle because I'm that mum. Yeah, just did a load of the washing up. This bottle just was a bit smelly. I'm not keen on plastic bottles, but I just have this one that I use at work because I don't want to knock out for a glass bottle when I'm in school. Just did a load of washing up. And then cleaned the actual washing up bowl itself. We eat a lot of tomato-based dinners, like tomato-based pastas, burritos, fajitas, those kinds of things. And it's constantly staining our bowl. And then once I'd done the washing up, I just went around the sides and gave them a little bit of a clean. As always, because we boil chicken all the time, there's always stuff spilled onto our hob. So I just gave that a quick little wipe. It needs a proper deep clean, but I might pay a company to come in and clean the oven. I think it's £50 for our oven, which I didn't think was too bad. And then this was the stuff from that basket on the table that I showed with you ages ago. I'm just putting things away or washing them up or depending what needed to be done. And then these were some flowers that I'd kind of forgotten about because they were hidden amongst all the rubbish, but somebody had bought them for my birthday and they were well and truly dead. So they had to be binned through the black sack in the rubbish outside. And then just gave this side a bit of a clean. I popped the kettle on to boil because the black sack in the bin had fallen down a little bit and there was just a bit of food smeared on the side. So I popped a catful of Fabulosa into the bin. The water was not yet boiling, it was just hot. And then I put that in the bin. It's easier than trying to get it under the tap. The last few bits of washing up I did here, including that vase that had the flowers in, which was quite marked, and this little clear dish that I was using as a water bowl for my snakes for a little while, randomly. Gave the kitchen a little bit of a hoover. Time's up. And that then the washing machine. I've managed to do all the downstairs. That's some washing that needs to go in the washing basket, and a few bits to go upstairs. But I've managed to at least clear downstairs. It's got really warm in here now that the rain stopped. I need to open that door, let some air back in. It's not perfect, as I would have said on the voiceover. I just wanted to reset a little bit. This was not a major clean, it was just a kind of sort your life back out, kind of tidy up. And I think I might do a little bit more upstairs, because upstairs really isn't going to take me very long. It's just putting some washing away, and all the bits that I've taken upstairs from this part of the clean need to be put away. So, although technically my time is up, I am going to carry on for a bit longer if you would like to stick around. If you don't, then thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video. And for those of you that continue watching, let's see how long, I might time myself, how long it takes me to get the rest of the house up to scratch. What do you reckon? I know you want to go out, but look at that sky, Chester. Just look at it. Okay, so I've moved upstairs, and yeah, I just wanted to see how quickly I could just put these couple of rooms back together. They didn't need cleaning as such, they just needed things putting away. There is always washing to put away. I'm not even a mum, there's only me and Matt, and I feel like all I do is washing. So God help us when we have a family. So yeah, just popping all of this away from the back room. There was like a massive load of socks. There were about 15 pairs of Matt's socks in this one particular wash. I don't really know how it ended up with that many, but we had. So I popped all of that into the bedroom. There was a load of washing that still hadn't been put away. And then the dog stole a sock, as he likes to do. And then sits until you realise. He is really cheeky. He's obsessed with socks as well. And I do love my new little green footstool. Went into the bedroom and then just started putting all this washing away. And there were a few bits out. Not a lot, but just I'd done my hair the day before. I still had the stuff out. There was quite a lot of all of this to put away. But then there were a couple of pairs of shoes. There was Matt had a medal and some winnings from a 5k run that he did. So I just sort of found somewhere in his wardrobe to put those for now. And then there's that blue bag that we filled downstairs on the table that needed to be put away. So I thought I'd do that now as well. So in a second, I empty that out and start putting all of those things away. The Sweetie bag that you can see at the bottom of the screen, that's the clothing from Poundland that I still need to try on. So at the end, I think I go and put that down behind the fan, just out of the way for now until I've tried it on. And then, yeah, just carry on clearing everything up. Dog just loves to watch me because that's what he does. And then what did I do after that? Probably made the bed. There was a load of stuff down my side of the bed. So when I filmed this, I think it took me about 35-40 minutes to clear up the upstairs. But that was with me moving all the camera every time I wanted a different shot and whatnot. So probably could have been done in just under half an hour without said dog getting in the way and without me moving the camera and whatnot. So I just made the bed. I didn't need to change the bed on this particular day, as it was midweek, but I did need to make it. And then I finished off by taking that dark load that had finished when we, well, the whole reason of the video basically, and I brought that up and I hung that out on the airer, ready to dry, and then realised there was a little bit of space. It wasn't a huge load, it was all my dark stuff. I did mine separate to Matt's, not for any particular reason. Then it's just easier when you put it away, then it's just all my stuff to go away in one go, and then do a dark wash of his, put all his away in one go. But then here is the upstairs done now, so nice, neat and tidy, still keeping the bathroom under wraps. Haven't shown you the craft room because that is not going to be done in an hour and a half video. And then here's the kitchen and downstairs. Matt had literally just come in from work and put stuff on my stairs. I'm like, oh, for goodness sake, I've just finished cleaning. And then, yeah, just editing a video while I was doing this. And then I finished off by deciding to put another little mini load on. And we've got a load of football shirts of Matt's that we tend to wash separately because they're all different colours. And I'm always worried about ruining them when they're all personalised. And I threw the thing in and missed. So I giggled to myself and I picked the pod up. Well, I'll cut that out. I'll fry it again. And a second time. So third time lucky. Hey! Threw it in the machine that time. Honestly, it's a good job I don't do Instagram or anything like that because I'd never get anything done. So putting in his Arsenal shirt. We're not both supporters of Arsenal. Say what you like about the team. I won't be offended. And then I just set that to a quick daily wash and turn the temperature down so I don't melt all his personalised lettering on the back. And a tiny bit of fabric softener because it is a football shirt and it's not really needed. So I hope you enjoyed watching this little reset with me. I know the house is not perfect. It just needed putting back together somewhat just to make it sort of more functional. And I'm not too bothered about the front room because there's so much decorating stuff out because we're in the middle of decorating anyway. So there'll be lots more videos to come where I'm going to need to finish deep cleaning the front room, deep cleaning different areas of the house, and I've been enjoying filming these videos. So if you like them, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe and comment below and let me know what you enjoy watching so I know what to make for you. Take care everyone. Bye.